spouse, uncle, great family, just all around great guy.
That's how law enforcement is remembering a U.S. Customs and Border Protection officer and firearms instructor who died after being shot at a shooting range.
We have team coverage tonight on what we've learned so far from investigators, as well as how the agent is being honored.
CBS 4's Ted Scouten is at the hospital where that agent was taken, but we begin with Peter Dench at the gun range where the shooting happened. Peter.
Well, Elliot and Lauren, there are still so many unanswered questions about what happened during a training exercise that happened at a part of the gun range used by law enforcement officers. Now, police rushed to the Trail Glades Range Park just before 10:30 this morning off Southwest 8th Street and next to Chrome Avenue. They said the officer who was shot was an instructor working at the range. One witness said Customs and Border Protection officers are here every Wednesday for training, and he describes what happened.
Officers came over, stop shooting, and then somebody's been shot. One of the people shooting on the civilian side, I think he was either a doctor or a medic. He ran to his car, got his equipment. It's very strange because they're police officers. They're trained to use weapons.
At this point, we're not discarding any possibilities. Homicide is working. All angles, we're always training with live ammunition. It is a very tragic incident. My heart goes out to this agent's family. I mean, he was just doing his job, and unfortunately, he paid the ultimate price.
Now, investigators have not said how this incident happened or if anyone might face charges in this case. The Miami-Dade Police Homicide Bureau is in charge of this investigation. We are live in West Miami-Dade. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.
Peter, thank you. There was a large law enforcement presence at JMH where that agent was taken after the shooting.
And that's where our team coverage continues tonight with CBS 4's Ted Scouten. Ted?
Yeah, Lauren and Elliot, just a little while ago, they had a heart-wrenching, emotional ceremony. It's called the beginning of the rendering of honors. Take a look at some video. This was shot just a little while ago here at the Ryder Trauma Center. First, the body of the fallen officer is placed into a rescue unit. Then there's a short procession. It begins where his body is taken from the Ryder Trauma Center and then moved over to the medical examiner's office, which is just across the street. Now, as a unit of police motorcycles lead the way, the body is followed by hundreds of fellow officers behind, walking with their fallen brother. They made their way under a flag on the road and then to the medical examiner's office. The officer who died is described as a great father, spouse, and family man, as well as a dedicated CBP officer who was a weapons instructor and worked at the airport. Hundreds of officers held vigil at the hospital all day today.
When a law enforcement officer is part of a brotherhood, as you can see behind me, members from the Coast Guard, Miami-Dade Police Department, our Air Marine Operations, Border Patrol, Office of Field Operations, all there together to support this family during this tragic incident.
Now, the honors and the memories continue. The next step in this rendering of honors is going to be when the medical examiner is through and the body is moved to the funeral home. That's when there's going to be another procession similar to what we saw this afternoon here outside of the Ryder Trauma Center. Now, CBP has not released the name of the man who died or his age or how long he's been with the agency. They said they're trying to give his family some time to grieve. Live in Miami, Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.
That's understandable. Ted, thank you for the live update from Miami. We'll continue to bring you updates as we get them. Stay with us on air, streaming on CBS News Miami and CBSMiami.com.